basically whatever the hell I want. Hello everybody, how are we all doing today? Okay, I tried to upload a video yesterday, but before the checks were done, I noticed that I got a copyright on it. So I just deleted it. The way I upload my videos is I leave them private until all the checks have been completed. And that way, if there's a copyright issue or something, I can just delete it. Or I can make it public. But that one didn't work out. So, we're doing something else today. Trying a different one. We'll see if this one works. This is from a channel called Trends Channel. It says public acts that went too far. So let's check it out.
Some public scenes are so absurd that they make us wonder what was going through the person's mind at the time. From unexpected reactions to completely unusual moments, there are people who simply ignore any notion of common sense and star in true spectacles in places that are anything but appropriate. And that is exactly what you are going to see here today. So go ahead and leave your like, click the button below to subscribe, and let's go. What happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, but not always. Imagine being in a casino, surrounded by the sound of slot machines and the excitement of gambling, when suddenly something unusual happens. A woman, completely focused on her bet, simply decides to ignore any basic need and pees right there, sitting in the chair. Yes, this actually happened, and the video leaves no doubt. The most impressive thing is that she does not even seem to care.
Insane.
Maybe she was on a winning streak and did not want to lose her luck by getting up to go to the bathroom. Or maybe her gambling addiction spoke louder, making anything beyond that machine irrelevant. What matters is that she stayed there, focused, as if nothing was happening, while the liquid spread across the floor. Casinos are places where adrenaline can lead people to completely lose track of time and space. It is not uncommon to see gamblers sitting for hours on end, without eating, without drinking water, and apparently without going to the bathroom.
Or
this woman definitely took the experience to a new level. The scene sparked various reactions. Some found it hilarious, others were disgusted. But one thing is certain, if there were a prize for the highest level of dedication to gambling, this woman would be a strong contender.
Yeah, definitely. She definitely has problems.
Imagine the scene. A customer pulls up to the drive-thru, orders a coffee and a water, but when he sees the amount on the machine, he is outraged. $20? He wanted a discount, $5 off, but the barista refused to give it, and that is when chaos began. The man, clearly annoyed, took the cup of water and threw it at her, but he did not stop there. Right after that, he threw the coffee as well. What he did not expect was that the barista would not take it quietly. Without hesitating, she grabbed a hammer and took out all her anger on his windshield. One precise blow that shattered the glass.
But the barista isn't taking it lying down.
Right on.
The scene quickly went viral, dividing opinions on social media. Some people said that if you provoke someone, you need to be ready for an equal response. Others thought the barista's reaction was an overreaction, but for her, it was a matter of self-defense. Emma Lee, 23 years old, is the owner of a coffee stand called Taste of Heaven in Seattle, where she works wearing a bikini to attract customers. According to her, in a business where women work alone, vulnerability is high, and having a hammer around is just a safety measure. Now, Emma wants the customer to be charged with assault. After all,
$20
not
is a high price
kind of
for just a
if
coffee.
He thought he was in control, he found out in the worst way that it was not
I would
quite
just
like
tell her
that.
to keep it and drive off.
You have probably heard that smoking on airplanes has been banned for many years, but it seems that some people ignore this rule. A passenger on an American Airlines flight decided to light a cigarette in the middle of the trip, as if he were in his living room. But his action did not go unnoticed. The moment was recorded by another passenger. In the video, you can see the man sitting by the window, calmly lighting the cigarette as if nothing was wrong. But he did not even have time to take his first puff. A flight attendant, acting quickly, snatched the cigarette from his hand and put it out immediately.
Hey, now. Slow down.
Smoking on airplanes is not only against the law, it also poses a huge risk to flight safety. The closed environment and the presence of flammable materials make any spark a real danger. Furthermore, the smoke detectors in the restrooms are extremely sensitive and can go off in seconds, causing panic among passengers. In the United States, anyone caught smoking on an airplane can face heavy fines, up to $4,000. What led this passenger to try something like that remains a mystery. Maybe it was the desperation for a cigarette after hours without smoking, or simply a total disregard for the rules. But one thing is certain, he learned the hard way that on an airplane, there is no such thing as just one puff.
I remember when I was a
scene of
kid
road rage was caught on camera
going on
and
an
went
airplane
viral
and they
on
actually
social
had
media.
smoking
In the video,
sections.
a completely unhinged woman climbs onto the hood of a car and breaks the windshield with a violent impact. The incident happened in New Zealand and was recorded by influencer Chantel Baker, who was inside the vehicle. According to Chantel, it all started when a blue Mazda made a dangerous maneuver on the road, almost causing an accident. Faced with the situation, she slowed down, which infuriated the occupants of the other car. That was enough to trigger a chase and an explosion of rage. The two women got out of their vehicle and went after Chantel's car. One of them climbed onto the hood and with all her strength shattered the windshield. After the attack, she still approached the driver's window to curse at the influencer before returning to the Mazda and leaving
crazy.
as if nothing had happened.
One of these days, somebody's
going to
get
But the episode serves as a warning about how small situations
shot.
can spiral out of control when anger takes over.
A lot of people carry weapons.
A shocking scene took place in the New York City subway and was recorded by a passenger. A woman was sleeping peacefully when a man approached and tried to talk to her, but out of nowhere, he simply picked her up in his arms and carried her out of the train. The victim, still confused, began to fight to break free from the attacker. When she was placed on a bench on the station platform, she managed to free herself and run back to the car, holding the door while other people tried to help her. The man fled, but was identified as Sonny Alloway, 48 years old.
No! What the fuck? Fuck! What are you doing, Fuck!
But the story did not end there. A group of people, outraged by what they had witnessed, decided to take action. In another video recorded after the incident, Alloway appears being attacked in the middle of the street. During the confrontation, he tries to argue, saying he only wanted to help the woman, but no one believes him. After taking a beating, he even tried to hide inside a store.
He's wearing
but the
a
same
different
men surrounded
jacket
him
now.
until the police arrived.
This has to be a
Allaway
different
was taken
time.
to the hospital before being arrested for unlawful imprisonment. The story drew a lot of attention, but one detail stood out. The woman involved did not contact the authorities, which left questions about the outcome of the case. Meanwhile, Allaway is awaiting trial, and the images continue to spark discussions about justice and safety in the subway.
That's nuts.
The scene looks like something out of an action movie, but it happened in real life. Two motorcycles rush into a narrow alley trying to escape. The first one manages to fly through the tight corridor, but the second one was not so lucky. The rider and passenger lose their balance and take a nasty fall. Desperate, they try to hide behind a wall, thinking that could fool the police. But the plan does not work very well. A few seconds later, the patrol car arrives, and the officers jump out of the car ready to make an arrest. With little chance to run, the two end up surrendering on the spot.
Whoa.
The chase continues throughout the neighborhood, with the police trying to locate other suspects, and all of this is filmed from above by a neighbor who watched the scene from the window. The video shows the officers searching the surroundings, while the residents watch, not sure whether to laugh at the failed escape attempt or worry about what might still happen. In the end, the police manage to apprehend the suspects and end the chase. But here is the lesson. Trying to hide behind a wall after crashing a motorcycle does not seem to be the smartest plan for escaping the police. What was supposed to be a night of fun for the population of Acopiara in the state of Ceará in Brazil ended up becoming a major debate on the internet. The city's mayor, Antonio Almeida, decided to organize an outdoor movie screening in the district of Trusu, but the choice for the event was the movie Inside Out 2, which was still playing in theaters at the time. During the screening, it was clearly possible to see the watermark of a piracy platform, indicating that the copy used for the session was not official. The mayor himself shared a video of the event, inviting the population to watch the movie in the square. The images show the place packed with adults and children, all excited about the screening of the Pixar animation. He made a point of highlighting that the event had no political intention, and that the idea was just to give the community a moment of leisure. Additionally, Almeida stated that sessions like these take place frequently in the city, especially for children and elderly people living in rural areas. But this time, the choice of the movie and the possible use of a pirated copy ended up raising discussions about copyright and public screenings. While some defended the
they
initiative,
shouldn't be allowed
others
to do
questioned
it.
whether
I
the
agree
city
with
government should not be more careful with the legality of the material. In
Definitely.
the end, the outdoor movie session was a hit among the residents, but left an important question in the air. Does good intention justify the use of content that apparently was not shown
I would
legally?
imagine.
What was supposed to be a simple trip through traffic turned into a real show of recklessness. A driver in a passenger car was caught changing lanes without any criteria, endangering not only his own life but also those around him. Footage from the vehicle that recorded it all shows the moment he abruptly changes lanes and almost hits another car. Without slowing down, he continues maneuvering chaotically, crossing 3 lanes at once and completely ignoring the flow of the avenue.
You still f***ing asshole. Oh my God.
The result could not have been different. In one of those risky maneuvers, the driver ends up colliding the side of the car with a truck. The impact was not serious, but it could have caused a much bigger accident, since the road was full of vehicles at high speed.
Was it worth it?
There are things we see and can barely believe. Imagine riding a scooter peacefully down an avenue when suddenly a car approaches and the passenger simply snatches the scooter from your hands. Yes, that is exactly what happened.
While he's riding
was
it?
Captured by security cameras. In the first video, the person is riding normally when the car pulls up alongside. It is not clear exactly how the impact happened, but it is hard to imagine that the victim managed to stay on their feet after having the scooter taken while in motion.
Well, yeah.
In the second camera, which shows what happened next, the car is already moving forward, and the passenger is firmly holding the stolen scooter. In other words, in a matter of seconds, the person was left without the scooter and was probably thrown to the ground.
Crazy.
What is most striking is the audacity of this crime. It was not a traditional mugging. There was no confrontation or verbal threat. It was a quick action that shows how some people are not afraid of the consequences. Working at a cell phone store already has its challenges, but this employee experienced a moment he will never forget. The video, recorded in a popular mall, shows what seemed like a normal sale. The customer receives the phone from the employee, quickly inspects the device, and without any warning, runs off with it. Naturally, the employee reacts instantly and tries to chase after her, but what was already a loss turned into a real disaster. As he tries to quickly slip through the gap between 2 glass counters, he gets stuck, causing the entire fixture to topple over and shatter completely on the floor.
Well, that really sucks for him. And you thought you had a bad day.
Echoes through the place. You can see the employee's desperation. After all,
I
what was initially just the cost of a single phone now includes an entire broken counter. A shocking case was recorded inside a store in Pembroke Pines, Florida. A woman in a blue dress was calmly shopping in the skincare aisle when she became the target of a man who acted in a revolting way. The video shows the suspect waiting for the right moment, making sure no one was looking, before placing his phone under the victim's skirt, apparently to take photos or record videos without her consent.
Whoa.
The woman felt something strange and quickly turned around. Realizing that he had been caught, the man ran away. The crime took place at a TJ Maxx store on Pines Boulevard, near Hiatus Road. Police released a report with more details about the incident. According to the document, the victim stated that she felt a touch on the inside of her left leg and, frightened, immediately called her husband, who shouted at the suspect, trying to stop him from escaping. However, the man managed to get away and is still at large. Authorities believe he may have victimized other people.
They need to put him under the jail.
The case has reignited the debate on the importance of paying attention to these kinds of situations and reporting any suspicious behavior to prevent more people from becoming victims of this kind of invasion. A man received a video of his girlfriend dancing enthusiastically at a party and did not like what he saw at all. He confronted the woman, questioning what was going on, while she tried to explain that it was just a normal celebration, something that is common in the local culture.
Yo.
Whoa.
Yo, tell me what this is.
It's a fucking party! It's a party!
Dancing has always been a form of expression, and in many places, it is viewed as part of the culture and socializing. In some regions of the Caribbean, for example, more intense dance moves and lively choreographies are part of celebrations and are not seen as inappropriate. But not everyone thinks this way, and that is where controversies begin. What for some is just a moment of relaxation can be interpreted by others as disrespect, especially if a partner is involved.
That's
there are
obvious.
those who believe that the way of dancing means nothing beyond having fun, while others see it as a sign of disrespect or provocation. In the end, the discussion goes far beyond the steps on the dance floor.
Yeah, she's nasty. I'd get rid of her. She's a hoochie mama.
Attended by William and Kate, ended up gaining an unexpected moment that amused the internet. While the royal family carried out their commitments under heavy security, an elderly gentleman simply ignored all the protection barriers and went on his way as if nothing was happening. Unhurried and unconcerned, he crossed the restricted area without noticing that he was walking through the space reserved for royalty. The scene got even funnier when one of the security guards noticed what was happening and tried to stop him. But without paying much attention, the old man just lifted his pharmacy bag and pointed forward, as if to say he needed to keep going. The guard, with nothing else to do, allowed him to continue on without further interruption. The video
I'd like to know the
went
story
viral on
behind it.
TikTok,
Maybe
and
he
the
was in a
comments were
hurry,
hilarious.
had to get
Many joked
somewhere
that the
to
old
take
man
his
seemed to have
medicine
a
or
free pass to
get the
walk wherever
medicine
he
to
wanted,
somebody
while others said he might
who
be one of the
needed
most
it
powerful people in
desperately.
the world since no one dared to stop him. There were also those who agreed he was in the right after all. Blocking everyone's way for just two people does not make much sense. Whatever the explanation, one thing is certain. When this gentleman decides to go somewhere, not even the security of the British royal family can stop him. Not everyone has the courage to dance in public, but inside the car, alone, it seems like the perfect place to let loose without anyone judging. That is exactly what this person was doing, all excited, recording a TikTok dance until they realized they were not so alone after all. In the middle of the performance, they look to the side and realize they are being filmed. The reaction is priceless. The smile and lively dance moves instantly turn into sheer embarrassment, and trying to cover it up only makes everything even funnier.
That is good.
But what really makes the video so entertaining is the laughter of the
I
person
haven't been
who was filming.
dancing in my car,
feel the
but I've been
just
talking
from the
to
audio.
myself
And as if the surprise was not
and
enough,
looked over
there
and
is a
somebody
detail
saw
that
me
makes
and
it
was
even
laughing
better.
at me.
Inside the car with the person is their dog, who seems to be watching everything without understanding a thing. The dog just stays there quietly, looking at its owner dancing and then reacting all embarrassed. But here is the question. Who has never let loose alone thinking nobody was watching and then realized they were actually being
Everyone
observed,
has.
whether in the car, the elevator, or even on the street?
And if you
Moments
say
like
you
these always
haven't,
make for a good
you're
laugh.
lying.
Do not forget to subscribe for more videos like this one.
Well, that was pretty cool, I thought. I like that. That was from the channel called Trends Channel. But I thought some of those were pretty funny. That was public acts that went too far. Yeah, that one woman that was dancing like that at the party with another dude. It's good he found out, because now he can just get rid of her. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Now it's time for a joke. An Australian guy goes to New Zealand and sees a farmer his sheep. The Australian says, "In Australia, we shear our sheep." The New Zealander says, "Piss off, I'm not shearing her with anyone."